It's time to talk about haters and how we smash them haters because Hulk smash. That's just what Hulk wants to do. People can actually make you very upset and mad and steal your esteem, and self-defense is required on a social media platform. If you're like Mr. Beast, maybe you can afford to not respond to the haters. You're just doing your own thing, and it's fine. But most people gonna be in a position where they do read the comments because there's nothing fucking better to do. And you must not allow people to actually pass through your defenses. It's good to have a routine of what makes a person legible for a ban. Let's discuss the very complicated case of two-word sentence being dropped. You definitely don't want these people to start liking the negative comment. If you can delete this, if you can find 3 rules that are broken, then you can finally ban this piece of shit who's trying to derail the vibes, make everyone feel like your video is not worth anything, it's not worth watching, it's just too weird. But the funny thing is, if you click on his channel, he likes pretty weird stuff. Pretty weird stuff. Okay, these are memes, and just pretty like basic memes that it's like very old people stuff. And then you realize it's a fucking old dude in general who just actually pictured his face. And he's like at least a 30-year-old. At least, bro. He could have given a little bit more, you know? So after just very quick analysis, I can already give him a very unique strike of hypocrisy. Alright? Weird as fuck? Maybe you like weird as fuck. Please explain. Please explain. Please talk about weird as fuck things. I give you a chance. If you don't reply within 24 hours, that's strike number 2. No reply. And if I don't like you, you're very close to being banned. Any form of criticism is potentially a strike. Especially if it's just like pure negativity. Alright, cool. You criticized my video. That's not very good. And potentially criticized me. That would be a double strike. Because hate is something you definitely don't want to do. Insulting a person is the most bannable thing ever. Especially with minimal effort insults. Insta-ban. If you put a little bit of effort, I will be able to not read your comment. You know, but if you put like very minimal effort, I am able to read your comments. If it's full of hate, well, I've done your deed. I've received your comments. But I don't want you to talk ever again. You know, with hate, it's a whole different world. They get banned if you read their entire comments, and it's just hate. Then they get banned right there. Because you know they broke enough rules. Or hate at least breaks 2 strikes immediately. Because they ignore the video and they attack you directly. Which none of these things are actually a good human thing to do. Alright? It would be 2 strikes immediately. So the last strike is like minimal effort strike. We have the criticism, we have this hypocrisy strike. If you can do a little bit of research, if you need that little bit of a digging to really make sure that what you're smashing in is the most satisfying bug kill of, of the day. Alright, let's reiterate everything. No reply. And no reply works even if I don't ask a fucking question. As long as I don't like your comments, it's a strike. Because I'm dominating you. You know, I dominate the conversation, okay. What, you say anything else? Oh, you're leaving. Oh, you're leaving. Let me add a little bit of kick in the ass as you're leaving. Alright? That's how no reply is worth a strike. Strike number 4 is first comment. This comment in particular is vibe derailment because it's not only a first comment, but it comes from just a shitty place. You know, you would be very lucky if a woman would be first commenter. Much more lucky. Because they don't do shit like this, at least. So, if first comment is trying to derail vibes and make us feel bad about the video, not good, not good. And again, minimal efforts. One-line NPCs, they have to be looked at very differently than normal people. Even if they say something positive. Like one comment I have, W video. Alright, cool. It's still minimal effort, it's like, it's not that great. I'm not satisfied by the comment. It's just like, you did your thing and you're gonna leave now. Alright? You break 3 rules without any, like, positive reinforcement. You can always apologize. You can always get positive karma, of course. No one wants to do that, so you don't have to worry about that shit. Alright? People only gonna go into the negative space. So yeah, click on this guy's channel, I get a bunch of memes that I don't fucking like, and I think they're weird as fuck, because this guy's literally hunting down weird people into a playlist. He loves that shit. So it's like, okay, you're also weird by typing that thing, but most importantly, you like it, and you don't let people know that whatever you typed in is actually quite positive. You know, it's a positive thing for him personally. But you know that everyone else gonna fucking dunk on me. You just fucking know, don't you? Whatever, dudes. Now that we know the rules, alright? We know that 3 rules have to be broken. Minimal effort. First comment, no reply. And technically it's fine, right? But the hypocrisy is, it's kind of a shitpost, right? And I go into his channel and he's brain rot shitposting, so. Do I get to see it? No? Here it is. Here it is. Just very quickly, in just one frame. Brain rot con shitposter. No, not ship. I don't have to respect people like this, and they have committed in a wrong direction anyways. So if I don't like your comments, and you happen to be a shitposter on YouTube, I probably want to ban you right now. This is how a troll looks like. A troll is not a hater. A troll does not fucking derail vibes. It just is what it is, right? It's fine. He's just playing around with concepts like apologizing and empathy, and he has nothing better to fucking say. It's whatever. It's not minimal effort anymore. You know, its first comments is fine. And I don't give a fuck about sniffing the problem out. No, we didn't get hate for the iDubbbz video, to be honest. Not really. Right? We got a pretty decent people on that video. Just 2 of them, but decent. Again, the most vile reaction I got is from this video so far. And everyone fucking loses their minds when I'm dissing on science. Like, I literally can't control myself. I will diss on science on every video that I can. There's no escape from me kicking science in the balls. But I don't create rules where, like, if you don't like my thing, my point of view, it's fine, whatever. It is criticism, though. Gotta be careful with that one. If you do criticism, and then after you do retaliation reply, that's also bad. Alright? And you would be like, wow, there's no other way. Yes, there is. Like, just ignore that I exist. Don't attack my video anymore. Just say anything else. Anything else. Reply with anything else. But if I type in more words than you do, if your criticism has less of words than my reply, and you retaliate with garbage comments, oops, that we add to the strike pool, unfortunately. If you put more effort than I do, then retaliation don't apply. It's complicated, but this is what happens in my brain every time I deal with haters. All right? This one is complicated. But it gotta feel like a retaliation and a cheap one as well. They drop criticism and then retaliate right after, meaning that they push more criticism on top of you. Right? Like, you acknowledge the criticism and they don't give a fuck. They want to give more. Like, wow, I'm not good enough? YouTubers don't talk to you, buddy. YouTubers don't skibbity around in your apartment. You gotta be fucking thankful that I replied, you piece of shit. Retaliation reply also applies to trolls as well, to some extent. Because then you realize that they have negative intentions or something. You can also do the shut up thing. You ask them to shut up or they will get banned. If they don't shut up successfully, it's over. Maybe sometimes you can give them 2 warnings. Because I'm a nice person, I give 2 warnings. Shut up, get banned. You get banned? Okay, you get 1 more warning and it's over, bro. Yes, they want to feel superior of like, oh, I got you. I've said nasty things and you're so mad. You're so mad, bro. Oh my god. Greed. What you just heard is greed. If these people acknowledge that, oh my gosh, why are you replying to comments? That's a greed criticism now. It's like, what? I can't reply to comments? What? Greed or insecurity, projection, comments, anything, you name it, bro. But if they boast themselves of like, oh my god, you did this thing and I feel so good about it because I made you feel bad. Yeah, that's pretty much greed right there. On full display, and these people deserve to get smacked in the fucking face. Most people on the internet are complete randos. Some people can get away with their shit because I generally know them. Know them as NPCs, but I still know them. So this guy ain't getting banned, even though I fucking hate Mark Passio. So it's greedy to talk about Mark Passio, you know? It's greedy to think of like, oh, it's diarrhea, you got diarrhea, and it's like, it's a first shitty comment. This guy would get banned unless if I didn't knew who he was, you know? But I'm gonna leave him alone with the pity, you know, of like, wow, you still into that shit? Well, you can sometimes exchange that into giving them stars. I don't really have to ban you. I can give you some explanation of how I feel. Or the things I've learned recently. But eventually they break enough rules where even, like, no matter how beautiful my comment is, I still have to delete everything. The entire thread has to be deleted. If you disrespect my star comment, it is also retaliation. Just by default. Like, even slight disrespect. Because I came back twice to edit the comments. I was like, I need to add more. So put maximum effort. Beyond effort. Beyond a normal comment. Star comments are pretty dangerous to disrespect. I really want to get that number 10 if we can get it. How about instead we have this? Poke women. If you find women in your comment section, it is time to poke them every fucking day, basically. That you are in the comment section just looking for entertainment. Fucking poke women. Of course. Why didn't I think of that, right? Woman in question that's sitting around right now is this one. Ever considered that you don't have subs because you keep harassing your potential? Wow. I'm not being harassed. I'm actually harassing them somehow. Just magic, bro. That is magic. and I dunk my star comments, and she don't disrespect my star comment. So it's like, okay, fair enough. But now I'm gonna start poking. Alright, I just poked 1 hour ago. It's just what you have to do with women if you smell of like, smells like Lily, smells like someone who has a brain cell. Ooh, spicy, dude. Spicy. You gotta poke. Don't let them rest. You know, you gotta move their dead body basically around. I'm not sure if women get banned easily. I'm pretty sure they don't get banned easily. That's why you have to poke them, to scrape them off as well. So they don't get to fucking play in your playground. Women can avoid getting banned for so long until they just turn into vile creatures. Alright, so it's a good idea to poke them and not project any esteem to them because they try to take free stuff in a way. Thanks for watching. Defend yourself at the internet, boy. You gotta survive, man. All these NPCs, bro, will try and lower your esteem. No need, okay? We don't need that shit. We kick their ass. Otherwise, I would become like Mark Passio, like a fucking idiot who screams at the audience even though he already blocked all the comments. So what the fuck is the point of that? I've met a lot of weird people on the internet, and usually it's a negative experience. Not everyone deserves a ban, but if they start minimal effort, I will and negativity. Now I'm checking the number of rules being broken. Now I'm very interested in doing the thing, do the barrel roll. Technically, there's number 10, discomfort. All right, the thing, someone was able to, without being the first comment, become the top comment, right? Technically, yes, top comment, which is also creating a narrative. Not only the first comment is going to create narrative, but the top comment too. And if you don't like the top comment, here it is, a strike immediately. Unfortunately. For something to be a top comment, you probably need to wait until they get at least 3 likes. You know, now they're in the game. They have 3 likes, now they're in the game. And you can treat them as a top comment instead of first. Or you can treat them as both. Double strike. Easy. And top comments are even worse because they linger throughout the duration of the longevity of the video, right? So while first comment is gonna try and like dismiss your video, the top comment is gonna try and rot your video after you leave it alone, basically. Anyways, thanks for watching. See you next. Obviously, you have to think of like, if you ban the top comment, is the next top comment gonna be even worse? You gotta make that calculation a little bit. Anyways, I hope you're ready to defend yourself, because it's a shithole in here.